Oh my goodness.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of The Morning Metro. It is September 15th, 2018. I got it right for again, which is great.
It's really, really late in the evening. It's like 7 p.m. for me and like 8 p.m. for you?
Yeah, it's the evening edition of The Morning Metro because, I was originally going to do it this morning.
I can't remember which side you're on. Are you on that side?
Other side. That side, yeah.
This side? This side?
Yes.
This guy decided he had other plans this morning.
No. I knew I was supposed to go out to see a movie with my family. What I didn't know was I was told originally it was on a Sunday, so that's kind of my mess up, honestly. Yeah, that was kind of my mess up, and then my mom actually forgot the movie. Well, it doesn't matter, so we're here. So it's the evening edition of the Morning Metro. LOL, yeah. Oxymoron, Kappa, Omega lol, whatever the Twitch name was you want to use in Twitch chat and stuff. But that doesn't matter, so actually we're here and everything. But Gertron, how are you? And CN, welcome to It Is Definitely the Morning. Hey CN, welcome to the show.
Well, in some parts of the world, it actually is the morning.
That is true. I keep forgetting that Twitch is not just to the States, it's around the world. Like, we're literally broadcasting around the world. That's actually cool. Around the world in one night. That's more than what Santa can do. Like, literally in one minute, I've just traveled around the world faster than Santa.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
For instance, in Tokyo, it's Sunday and it's 9 a.m.
Good morning, Tokyo.
And in Accra, it's 12 a.m. Interesting. Good morning, Accra.
Good morning, Accra.
Rome, it is 2 a.m. So
good morning,
they're
Rome.
probably still sleeping.
All right. Well, of course,
yeah.
we got a bunch of articles, and a couple of them are actually just me saying about. I was actually going to talk about the movie that I saw because we do entertainment on this show despite other things and world events. And speaking of world events and crazy things, Gertron, go ahead and take the first article if you would, please.
Okay, so I'm sure most of you know that Hurricane Florence has actually already made landfall in North Carolina. There's already 5 dead as of this article. When I pulled it up, which was 18 hours ago, is when it came out. But they're ready, they're prepared. There is a lot of damage, though. We do have a video here to watch.
Yes,
by the way,
playing some video. As I unmute the tab, oh man, that's just in the video here we see a gas station topping ripped off.
Oh my goodness.
Rives of surges are catastrophic. Cars are getting blown around. Outages have occurred mostly in North Carolina. Power is going up. Power stations are blowing up.
645,000 outages.
Dang.
Oh, and there's some explosions going on because of these outages.
Yeah, it is definitely quite the storm and stuff. Most of these sites experience catastrophic flooding from the storm surge. I'm reading this off the video since those are listening via audio. 12,000 people in North Carolina and 4,000 in South Carolina have been moved, which is great. So they were able to, move people as quickly as possible.
Yep.
Vehicles were seen floating in, oh my gosh, floodwaters. Oh my goodness. The hurricane also knocked down trees, causing roadblocks. Oh my gosh. That's insane.
Yep. It's big damage.
Yeah, it's basically, I think you can kind of get the idea with the gist of these numbers and stuff. But at least the good news is that they've moved a lot of people out of the way. So that's not too bad, honestly. So it's not as bad as it technically could be, but still very detrimental all the same. We on the upper East Coast, which I am, haven't been touched by it, which I'm very thankful for, although I don't know if there's still weather predictions to come up this way or not. Because I'm on the Middle East Coast area. Gertron has no worry of a hurricane anytime soon.
I'm in the middle of the U.S. I am great, but it says in Kinston, a 78-year-old man was electrocuted, reportedly attempting to connect extension cords in the rain.
What?
Excuse me? Water and electricity don't mix. I feel for you, but they don't mix. And a 70-year-old man was found outside his home after checking on his hunting dogs, officials said. Now, Florence made landfall as a Category 1 hurricane just outside Wilmington, where trees were bent almost to the ground by winds that gusted at 105 miles per hour. That's fast. 50 miles north in Jacksonville, more than 60 occupants of a motel were forced to evacuate as the building crumbled. Further north, the city of New Bern, authorities were scrambling to reach nearly 150 people stranded by flooding. Now, of course, I have to bring some Donald Trump in here because Donald Trump praised the incredible job being done by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, also known as FEMA, workers and first responders on the ground in an early morning tweet. The president was still facing criticism over his attempt to downplay that almost 3,000 deaths in Puerto Rico caused by Hurricane Maria in 2017, a toll he suggests to have been inflated by his political opponents, which I will say I've done a tiny bit of research on that, and there is some truth to that.
Interesting. I mean,
but
never mind that. I am at least happy that Trump just did enact and mobilized our disaster relief units, when appropriately necessary, rather than, others said hurricanes, catastrophic events that has happened. So, it's good. It's not, it's not great that there's power outages, but it's good. At least a bunch of lives hopefully got saved from all this.
I saw some pictures of some people who are actually using like car straps. What they'd use on cars to strap down wood or stuff down.
Yeah.
They're using that on their roofs.
Why?
They had them completely across on the roofs to hold the roofs down because the wind's coming so fast, the roofs literally fly off.
Oh my God.
They literally just fly off like nothing. So these people are doing things to strap their roofs down. So hopefully when they come back, their house is in somewhat decent shape and they don't have to pay thousands of dollars just to replace a roof.
Yeah, I can kind of see the logic a little bit. Yeah, I guess it's weird, but I could see it.
Yeah.
So, and Cian, who's in chat here, says that they're near the Gulf, so hopefully they're not too close to the disaster and everything. But yeah, that's what's going on for weather news. In other news, though, however, Apple unveils biggest iPhone at higher prices and heart tracking watch. All right, so first of all, as if the iPhone 10 wasn't already expensive. Now this is the, wait for it, the iPhone 10 Max. Gertron, please go with this article.
Oh my goodness. So, Apple has long had a playbook for iPhones. Its most important product. Keep rolling out bigger and faster, more expensive models. On Wednesday, it repeated that strategy by introducing another round of iPhones that are, you guessed it, bigger, faster, and more expensive.
Yep.
The model with a 6.5-inch screen, the iPhone XS Max, is Apple's biggest iPhone ever and will start at $1,100.
Oh my gosh.
And yes, its name is a mouthful. Last year, when Apple debuted its iPhone X, the starting price was $1,000. I'm sorry, but no,
absolutely.
No.
The Apple tax strikes again. Continue.
And they are getting increasingly more expensive. When the iPhone 7 came out, it started at about $450. iPhone 8, $600. iPhone X, $750. iPhone XS, $1,000. And basically, the iPhone X Max is just $100 more. But it ain't made. They so expensive. I mean, granted, my phone, I spent like $500 on it, but I'm not going to upgrade it every time they come out with a new LG because there's no reason for me to until I actually.
I'm still rocking my Note 4, guys. Still rocking the Note 4. Honestly, I'm gonna wait till my Note 4 absolutely goes kaput on me. In all honesty. This comes from natimes.com. I think it's how you pronounce the website. It's spelled NY in the word times. I have no idea how you pronounce that, but that's pretty great. But anyway, yeah, iPhone. Like, at what point does an iPhone, stop being a phone and starts being more of a tablet, or even like a computer? Like, I'm just waiting for Apple to just be like, we made the first, Star Trek, whatever, something. Yeah, I don't know. Like really, Gertrude, like, I mean, I don't know. Dav Barrow says in chat, Apple, iPhone 6
6S Plus.
working,
6S Plus.
Working great for me.
Oh my goodness.
We're having a small side issue again.
Just a little.
Ladies and gentlemen, running to a small technical difficulty. Please stand by.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, she's screaming at me. I told her to check back me later, and she's screaming.
Oh my. Oh my.
Oh, okay, people.
Right. Back to the main objective, which is iPhone and Apple.
She's gonna come down.
Apple's getting really greedy. Apple's as annoying as
there's a lot of people getting greedy.
Apple's as annoying as your landlord. Wait for it. Let me find the sound.
Yes. Could you hear her?
No.
Oh, and she's now texting me again to push the button. I've pushed the button 4 times now.
Gertrude, his annoying landlord. We are so sorry about that. But yes, at what point does an iPhone stop being a phone and starts being like a tablet? I mean, what's even the qualifications for a tablet now? Like, there was a phablet, that was a thing. Then there's tablets. Then there's a smartphone. I just like, I don't know. Like, what Gertrude? I'm running out of descriptive things. But what is this? Is this a tablet or is this a phone now?
There does come a certain point where it turns from a phone into a tablet. It's funny how our phones in the beginning, when phones first came out, were huge.
True.
Do you remember that the first phone was like,
I know what you're going.
Big,
yeah.
And then it shrunk.
Then it got
shrunk.
And now it's getting bigger,
bigger and bigger.
Maybe we're regressing. Do you think we're actually slowly regressing?
Yeah, a little bit, but the technology though is getting more advanced.
True. But I thought things were supposed to get smaller and thinner and faster, not bigger, fatter, and annoying.
Reminds me of other people I know.
Kind of like a mother-in-law, Kappa, or a landlord, Kappa.
I have to be careful.
Yes. Right. So anyway, yes. I'm not paying. I love how they did this. $1,099 says, instead of just saying straight up $1,100.
Do you know why they do that?
It's mindset.
It's a mindset.
It's a mindset. Yeah.
If they've said 1,100,
people are gonna buy it.
People are less likely to buy it. Exactly.
Yeah,
saying
it's
1,099.
Yeah, it
makes you think,
so dumb.
This is a deal. All because of that $1 difference.
It's honestly so dumb, in all honesty. And I just feel like that, like, the poor, among many other things that changed this week that I forgot to put in the article, Nintendo Online Play. Yeah. I don't know. We got subscription services. We have phone sizes and prices. And I'm just like, will you stop it? No one asked for it. That's Apple, though, making things no one asked for, as usual.
I'm just like, it's
as usual.
And now the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
It has become.
Oh, there's more to this article than just. I mean, I have to.
Yeah,
sorry,
it's the Apple Watch too.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I forgot about that.
I did live with a person who had a heart condition, and the Apple Watch actually kept track of his heart, and
see that I can understand.
He knew when things were going wrong, and he had to be more careful.
Yeah, I mean that I can understand.
There are benefits to that. Overall, though, the Apple Watch, I would never get one. I would never get an Apple Watch.
See, like,
because it's dumb. In
Well,
my
like
opinion.
I kind of have like mixed feelings about the idea of a smartwatch because, like, you know, I look at my phone and it just displays the time. I just hit the button. The effort that it takes to go from your back pocket to your hand is like what, 2-3 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So, which in the same amount of time motion, swinging your arm up and then hitting a button, to me, it's like, I mean, granted, yes, there's additional sensors and all this kind of stuff and everything, but it's like, is it really worth it though? After a while,
I mean, it's a smaller screen, meaning that everything
how do
typed
you
out on it
read
is even
that?
smaller.
Because now we're
So
gonna have to worry about the resolution
exactly.
of phones.
I would much rather have a phone where I can actually read what's on there
Yes.
versus, because I've seen the text. It's small.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad enough that you and I both have to wear glasses. We're gonna have to get like mega glasses. Be like, I need to zoom. You know, like you might as well just read the
Seriously.
text letter by letter by letter by letter. Oh my gosh, you realize how long it would take?
Oh my goodness, that
How-
would.
I couldn't
that
even
would
make
take a
sense of
long
it.
time.
It shows only 3 characters at a time.
Oh my goodness, indeed. Now,
Text.
the FDA did warn that Apple Watch was not meant as a substitute for traditional diagnosis, and it said the device was not intended for people under 22 or those
Oh.
with diagnosis of atrial fibrillations.
Oh,
Because the
interesting.
readings may not always be helpful, and doctors are advised not to use electrocardiograms as a screening tool for someone without symptoms.
Oh, interesting.
So even though yes, it can be beneficial, it's kind of like WebMD.
Oh.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
you can spend time looking up your little diagnoses and what your symptoms are, and in the end it says you have this major cancer when in fact you just have a small cold.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the, like, I mean, it's one of those things like take it with a grain of salt essentially when it comes to, you know, using that and everything. Like there's actually case in point, there's a step meter in my phone and in my dad's phone, and you know, my dad's phone's constantly getting his phone out, and I get my phone out once in a great while, and I was using the step meter on here. Now that what I noticed is the problem with step meters, you can basically do this. Just shake your phone. Hey, look, I took over 10 million steps. And then you shake it again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not accurate. Like, I think step meters are just dumb, in my opinion. Like,
funny thing about step meters.
Oh, actually, it was
I was watching The Big Bang Theory. And Howard, his wife was like, "Hey, you need to exercise more," and got him a little stepwatch thing he was supposed to wear to track how many steps he was taking.
Yeah.
And so now Howard's an engineer, so he creates a device that does all the stepping for him. So it makes it look like he did all the steps.
Nice.
So he does this for the whole day, and he comes home. His wife looks at it. So please tell me, how did you walk 35 miles today?
Well, it's like when I used to.
Well, clearly that's not the truth.
Well, it's like when I used to wear a Fitbit. I actually have it here. It's a Fitbit Flex 2, and it was so funny to me because I would wear it on my wrist and I would do dishes, and suddenly the Fitbit thinks I walked like 1,000 steps. I'm like, I was just doing dishes. Like it's funny, honestly, like how dependent on technology you are. Actually, my fun fact, my brother-in-law actually has gone back to a flip phone. No joke. He actually reverted back because there's some people they're either A, features that they're finding they don't need anymore, or B, it's just like they don't want to be connected as much and they're just reverting back. You know, so flip phones may make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, I had a flip phone for most of my life before I got the LG smartphone because I was just like, I didn't feel like I needed one. But then once I found out there were games that I could download and they were really fun, I was like, yeah, I need one now. Because
I don't play a lot of mobile games.
You can get some games on a flip phone.
Yeah,
they're nowhere near as intense as games you can get on a smartphone.
I honestly don't. I actually do have games on my phone, but I don't play them. Actually, they just sit there. They're just games that I was just like, I'll just grab them because they're in a franchise I like or whatever. But I'm not a mobile gamer. I am a heavy PC gamer, and the only other console I have is my Nintendo Switch, and that's about it. So I don't know.
The main game I play on my phone is Brick and Balls game, where you shoot the balls and you try to break all the bricks before it gets down to the bottom.
Oh, interesting.
And it takes a lot of skill and strategizing to get there. So I feel like it's good for my brain.
Yeah, so, and also on top of things that might be good for our brain, common sense be one of them, which segues into this article. Teen can't figure out how to put cash into the gas pump to fill his mom's car. Okay, first of all,
seriously,
sir.
Seriously,
just
how,
this is
how
me.
do you not?
Kid, you're killing me. And then I'd be standing here going
I
like,
was 6 years old, I was filling up my adoptive parents' tanks and car. They'd give me money and tell me to go take care of it. So I'd take the money inside to the cashier and I'd say, here, pump number whatever, and then I go and I pump the gas. And I was like 6 or 8 years old.
And this kid is like,
and, okay,
basically,
seriously,
yeah,
seriously. So kids these days, with the advent of all the things digital, sometimes it feels like generations are trying to communicate from entirely separate solar systems. It's certainly humbling to admit that in many ways, youngsters and teens can run absolute circles around their elders, which is so true. The Guardian recently shared some fairly excruciating findings from communication group of Ofcom. I think that's actually called Ofcom.
Ofcom, yeah, Ofcom.
This study confirms that many full-fledged adults have secretly suspected for years. Namely, it indicates that an average 6-year-old understands way more about apps, smartphones, and tablets than the typical 45-year-old grown-up. So true.
Yep.
Most of these kiddos have never had to duke it out with dial-up and internet service. I did.
Dial-up. I wish I had the old dial-up song play right now. Yeah. So fun.
A lot of them can't even vote yet or operate a motor vehicle or fasten their own shoelaces. So this degree of digital domination can be pretty intimidating for their parents to accept, but don't give up hope, because when it comes to anything old school, mature folks still rule. One recent video on Just Life News Facebook page proves this point in a hilarious way. In it, a mom asked her unsuspecting teenage daughter to purchase some gasoline. Now, there's got to be a video. There is a video. There is. So we're going to scroll down to where the video is.
The video is not loading for me for whatever reason. Probably because I have AdGuard that is blocking every single thing. So let's try again. AdGuard for the win. Sad. Also too good at what it does.
Okay.
By the way,
I'll continue to read. I'll continue to read that while I work this out. Go ahead. You can find the video. Okay. So where was I? Sounds simple enough, right? I'm on empty, explains mom, and I've given her $20 to fill my gas tank. Except in this case, the currency is in the form of cold, hard cash. The perplexed teen thinks about that for a second, then knocks on the car window. What do I do with the cash? She inquires, glancing over at the pump. There's no slot to dispense it in. The mom chuckles indulgently and gives... Did you get
it? Yep, I got it. Here we go.
Great.
To put in my gas tank.
Okay, here we go. Okay, let's see if I can get this one.
What
do I do with cash? There's no slot to dispense it in.
I'm gonna fill up my gas tank.
I was thinking it was gonna be like a young teen. This is
the
like...
The card thing is not taking
like an old
cash.
teen.
Do you see anything in there that I can put cash into?
I think so, but it has a handicap sign on it. Let me check.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. This is this is our next generation people.
That is so sad.
This is ridiculous. She's like near my age almost. A little bit younger.
What number is the pump?
6.
Okay.
And she's
Go
like
inside
really
and hand the cashier
trying.
the cash and tell him we're at number 6.
So how will he know how much gas I need?
You're gonna give him
Because
money.
you just gave him $20.
Okay, but what if I need over $20?
That's always gonna...
Oh, okay.
Then you give him more money.
Oh my gosh, she's not even a blonde. I mean, I don't mean to sound stereotypical, but oh my gosh.
I mean, seriously. I know how gas pumps works. If you go inside with $20 and you tell them I need 20 on 6, when you hit that $20 mark, the gas stops. You don't have to
my
worry about going over because the gas will just stop flowing at that point. And then if you need more, then you take more money inside and then ask for more.
I have no hope for our future society. I've officially given up. Can I just quit game and load last save from 1992?
Oh my goodness.
Like
I'm just these are the people we're raising.
That's ridiculous. Like, oh my, I mean, well, at least the mom explained to her, but like I've never seen a more dumbfounded American.
Oh my goodness.
Like, I'm sorry. I will go back. I need 2 sounds to describe how I feel.
Oh, this is so true.
All right. Well, anyway, so hopefully this gets better because
hopefully
we have another article. Also, both of these articles come from the Western Journal. Credit to you guys for your original posting.
Yep.
Apparently, shoppers find sewing needle in strawberries from supermarket. At least one was. Oh my gosh. Okay, what happened?
Yes.
Oh dear Lord.
Yes. This is why.
Oh dear Lord.
You can't even trust what you're getting these days. Usually, when you purchase food, you expect it to be exactly what it is, right? Grid, right? You expect it to be.
Yeah.
If you purchase a banana, you expect a banana, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And you buy apples, you expect apples. You buy onions, you expect onions. And sometimes these seemingly simple concepts catch us by surprise, though. For instance, when Becky Garfinkel decided to buy a salad from Target on her way home, she thought nothing of it. She had already eaten half of the salad when she noticed something peculiar sitting on her lettuce. There, about the size of a dime, was a tiny frog still alive too.
What?
Do you got the video there?
Again, video is failing to load for whatever Lord knows reason why.
Get the video.
I think actually this is part of this must be something with Firefox that it doesn't want to load certain videos. Let me see if I can actually go ahead and bring this up.
Yeah, I'm looking through it. It
must be a Firefox thing. Oh, here we go. I got it. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. Was through her packaged salad when she saw a tiny frog.
Extra protein.
Noticed the frog was still alive and immediately rinsed it off the sink. Then he rubbed the dime-sized frog's belly to rouse it out of its stiffness, and
it works.
That's insane.
I think I got mine playing at the same time as you. They didn't feel comfortable abandoning it in a ditch outside.
So what, they kept as a pet?
Oh, let's see. So they decided to keep him. They decided to just keep him.
They named him Lucky.
They named him Lucky. And yes, very lucky because he could have been eaten. Garfinkel had brought the packaged salad from Target. Wow. The salad was produced by Salinas, California based company. Taylor Farms apologized and has launched an investigation into the frog incident. Target has offered Garfinkel a $5 gift card.
$5 gift card?
$5. You could have sued. Lucky now lives in a terrarium on Garfinkel's desk. Great. That's one lucky frog.
Who's riding around on a motorcycle, I might add.
I'm sorry, but if I had found a frog in my salad and it was like one that was pre-packaged and I know it didn't just happen to get in there otherwise, I'm sorry, but I would be asking for a lot more than a $5 gift card.
Well, not only that, there is so much wrong with this article right off. Okay, first of all, granted, they're not that great. The FDA is supposed to check this stuff, okay?
Well, yeah, okay. So here's how the FDA works, and what they do is they put criteria in place, and then they do spot checks every once in a while.
Well, they missed this one.
It's not like you have somebody from the FDA watching every single little thing.
Well,
they do audits, kind of like when you do your taxes. Sometimes you get audited, sometimes you don't.
You get a food audit.
Exactly. Now, similarly, another odd situation recently occurred in Queensland, New South Wales, and Victoria, but this time involving strawberries. According to People magazine, there have been sewing needles found in Berry-licious and Berry Obsession strawberries sold at Woolworths supermarkets.
How?
The Queensland Chief Health Officer, Dr. Jeanette Young, states that 3 people have already come forward claiming to have found sewing needles in their strawberries.
What?
A Facebook user named Joshua Gain recently posted about how his friend swallowed a sewing needle and is currently seeking treatment for abdominal pain.
Oh my lord.
mean, really?
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it's clearly somebody had to put the needle in there purposefully,
Ew.
which is why the police are currently they're unsure who to blame for these dangerous incidents. However, the Queensland Strawberry Growers Association suspects a former employee purposely planted the needles on a farm in southeast Queensland. To anyone who has purchased these strawberries, Queensland Strawberries Growers Association Industry Development Officer Jennifer Rawlings suggests to either throw them away or cut them in half before consuming. Smart idea.
Someone wanted to get revenge, right, Creature?
Yeah.
Also, welcome to the show, Creature.
Somebody clearly was mad that they lost their job.
But I mean, okay. Idiot. Okay, we have morons with gas stations.
Mm-hmm.
Unsanitary food with frogs. Needles and strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
Why not just start World War III? You know?
No, it'll happen.
No,
It'll
I'm not.
happen. Give
I'm
it
not. I
time.
don't want it to. I'm just saying that, like, y'all are nuts. Y'all are nuts.
Yep.
Y'all lost your nanas or something. I don't know what. But like
Someone's upset
spaghetti. Yep.
Okay.
But I just I how does that happen? Better question, why does it happen?
Because people are crazy. Because people have
Obviously.
gone absolutely insane, and I'm sure most of them are liberals.
Well, I'm not going to stereotype everybody. Yeah, a lot of oof.
That's why I didn't say everybody. I said most. Big difference.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, we're gonna head and start winding down a little bit of this show and stuff. Because
Your turn.
well, yeah. Okay. So the next okay, one of these isn't even an article. Rest of them are video. One is an article, sort of. And I'm probably gonna try to do them in order because actually here's what I'll do. Okay, so for those of you that are fans of the I'm gonna start with Call of Duty. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So those of you fans of the Call of Duty franchise, Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Blackout Beta shows that Treyarch knows how to battle royale. The Blackout Beta on PS4, Xbox, and PC has been a smash success so far. Better yet, the game's lead developer, Treyarch, has been incredibly good at both communicating with the community and responding to player feedback. Some of that feedback has been addressed in updates. For instance, it was really clunky to pick stuff up in the first day of the beta. Just grabbing a gun, bullets, or a med pack off the ground was a chore. You had to hold square down for too long, and you had to look directly at them. The problem was solved the next day, making the game feel much more smooth overnight. Beyond this, I think it's Treyarch has posted a daily update on the Black Ops 4 subreddit. These updates have included both fixes that are coming into the beta in the short term, as well as issues that Treyarch is keeping an eye on for launch. For instance, developer responded to gamers who said the sound fell off with this. We discovered and are fixing the critical bug where a player's environment does not properly impact in-game sounds. This is why, for example, someone directly above or below the player can sound much louder than expected. When the game is released, footsteps will be properly impacted by walls, floors, ceilings, and other objects in the world. So basically, now I think, as I sort of recalled, this is being, I think, released through Activision, who we all know is EA clone. Sorry, something in my throat again. But I will be honest. I played Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beta. I liked it. It actually will make PUBG have to think harder. Because we all know, okay, I need to blow off here. PUBG basically stinks. It's a horrible game. It's coded badly. It lags to high heaven. But Black Ops, buttery smooth. Not even joking. And
it's probably because PUBG wasn't created by a major game creator like Black Ops has behind. I mean, they have some major stuff behind them, so to speak, to get these games built properly. I mean, let's see.
But it will give it a run. For Creature says in chat, it will need more updates before PUBG starts sweating. Oh, I think they'll start sweating even before then. But I mean, Call of Duty has been a long franchise. A lot of companies have based a lot of their shooters off of COD and everything else and stuff. But this is actually, I can see this being more popular as far as Battle Royale than maybe even like, I mean, H1Z1's, I was told by somebody, is pretty much dead. PUBG is floating and suing everybody left and right. Fortnite is still king on Twitch as far as like Battle Royale games and stuff. And I think that Call of Duty Black Ops 4 will actually be maybe like next, line for maybe the next major good Battle Royale, I think. Creature says in chat, Call of Duty players buy the same game every time, as I sit here playing Pokemon. Gertrude, what you got here?
So I was just trying to do some research here. There's only about 60 people working on PUBG, but I can't seem to find a number for Black Ops, which I'm going to assume is probably going to be a lot more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Triac is a bigger studio, as I understand.
They're bigger studios working on different
things. And they've had
now,
longer to develop.
Now, Black Ops 4, that is coming to PC, right?
It is, yeah, the Black Ops 4 beta. I was playing it. You can actually get, it's open beta right now.
Where do you get it?
I got my key from Intel Gaming email, but it's probably still out there. I was actually going to stream some of my channel, on my channel, Grid21, after the show here because I enjoyed it. I'm going to take advantage of it while it's hot. But
let me take a look here.
But unfortunately, though, by the time you guys hear this on Monday, the beta would have been over because the beta ends on Monday. So you've got at least 2 days or so to play it, and I had 3.
I see.
Yeah, shortest beta run.
I saw something on Steam about it.
Shortest beta run I've ever seen in my life, honestly.
But it doesn't look like it requires a whole bunch.
It's not. It is. It's so low maintenance as a game. It's beautiful. It runs fantastic.
Because I'm looking at the minimum specs. I beat out the minimum specs like easily.
Yeah.
Now the recommended specs, I'm a little low on.
What's the? Because I was running it on my 4790 with my 980
that's because the recommended is the i7 4770K.
Gotcha.
And their graphic card is the 974 gigs, which my 960 is basically the same as that.
Yeah, most part.
And I've got everything else now. So I don't think I'd have too much trouble running it.
You could crush that easily.
Yeah.
Creatures, please says in chat, it's going to be at least twice as many as PUBG. Probably. Yeah, because everybody loves the COD franchise. Like, nobody's going to, like, give that up that easily. And PUBG is not a franchise. It's just a rando game developer or, rando game that just showed up because somebody wanted... Because I forget how it worked. I think, like, one of the people developing for H1Z1 left H1Z1, developed PUBG, then had some company in Japan take it over. It's just a whole stupid fiasco. And then PUBG started suing people.
Exactly. And I can't seem to find Black Ops anywhere, unfortunately.
Well, speaking of games that are good, another game that is good, and I played, I streamed, I love it. I've been a longtime fan of this franchise. Shadow of the Tomb Raider finally has been released to the public.
Yay.
And I have to say, actually, I'm gonna do a bit of a small review of it. We do have a trailer here. The trailer is a bit rough because of what it's surrounding. It's basically surrounded in the Mayan culture. Go ahead and play the, well, unfortunately, those of you who are listening via audio, I'm so sorry. There is a trailer out there if you want to go watch it. Just look up Shadow of the Tomb Raider launch trailer. Those of you who are watching on twitch.tv/Morning Metro can actually go ahead and just watch a little bit with us here.
Cool.
Let me go ahead and unmute the tab.
Because I could not stop for death. he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held, but just ourselves and immortality. We paused before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible. The cornice in the ground. Since then, 'tis centuries, and yet feels shorter than a day.
By taking the key, you set the apocalypse in motion. With this key and the silver box, we can remake the world.
I won't let that happen.
Oh.
No one is safe!
This is the first of many catastrophes you're doing.
Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me.
Oh man,
Ooh.
this game's been so good. Okay, this game has been seriously so good. I am excited to play more. Let me go ahead. I actually did write some. For once, I wrote show notes. What? Grid wrote show notes.
Seriously?
I know, because I rarely write show notes. I write show notes and then I don't follow them at all because I like to freestyle way too much. So basically, I wrote out in my show notes here a series of things that I enjoyed. Gameplay similar to Rise of the Tomb Raider. So basically, the way that the game played out is something that I was already familiar with from playing Rise, which was also really well done game for sure. Dialogue was fantastic. Camilla Luddington, and I forget what the guy's name, I forget what his name is that plays Jonah. I follow him on Instagram, which is so funny. I don't remember what his name is. But the dialogue and the voice acting has really, I think, improved. Camilla Luddington's really come into her part really well as voicing Lara. The only thing that was a bit much, I think, was there was a little bit too much swearing and colorful metaphors, but you know, I mean, it's gonna happen. It's just in the way that this particular game is written out and everything. Everything's got swear words because apparently you sound 10 times cooler when you swear, supposedly. Kappa, JK, not actually serious.
Oh, there's a reason behind it.
Right? Sound design. I love sound design, and I will tell you, and actually I know that one of my viewers who hangs out on my channel would tell you, there was a scene where they were in a plane and there was water raining on the surface of the plane, and it sounded like it was right outside. Like, no joke. Like, that's how good the sound design is on it. So really 10 out of 10 sound design, the animals, the environment, you get totally actually there's actually so a lot of the people speak Mexican. So when you walk around interacting with the villagers, you can actually set it up that they speak their native language. You get to hear their native tongue while you're walking around the environment, which is really cool. Yeah, it's really, really good. It's graphics 10 out of 10. Unfortunately, it is very, very CPU intensive. My older CPUs will need to beware. I have a 4790 i7 processor, and my processor was dying. No, it wasn't dying. OBS was dying trying to encode my stream while I saw buttery smooth graphics. It was ridiculous. So if you've got an i7 4790 or anything in that 4th, maybe 5th gen, you're gonna need to upgrade your CPU to play this if you want to play it really well. So stinks to be you. Combats and skill system pretty good, very close to Rise. So you do some combat, you get XP, you get skill points, you find a base camp, you learn new skills, makes you better, it advances the gameplay. I like it because I like the skill points thing because it makes me feel like I'm really customizing it's like my personal gameplay. I really love that. Story, once again, the world is a threat for another apocalypse, as if we haven't enough apocalyptic stories, as I sort of mentioned in the trailer. Bit of a spoiler, Laura steals a knife that basically triggers the apocalypse, and now she has to fight against the Splinter Group Trinity to basically restore peace back to planet Earth once again before everybody gets wiped off the face of the Earth and nobody remembers who any of these people are.
Oh my.
So yeah, it was a really good. I enjoyed it. If you want to have a good game to play over the next couple of months, I bought the game initially. After release, I bought the season pass. So there's 7 extra challenge tombs, and then there's additional DLCs that have like extra skin and content, which I wasn't really the cosmetic stuff. Not my thing. Season pass, yes, because it'll whatever they add later, I'll just automatically get. So I love season passes with games. So yeah, that's basically my review of Rise of Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and also kind of a bit of a Call of Duty Black Ops 4. So 2 really good games right now that are currently out. I don't know when the release date is for Black Ops 4.
It's the October 18th.
Thank you, Gertron.
I think.
He thinks so. Summer, we'll say sometime in October, give or take the 18th or so. But coming down to our final
October 12th.
Thank you.
12th.
October 12th. Okay.
I just confirmed it.
Okay, I confirmed October 12th. All right, cool, awesome. I'll be picking that up if it stays in the same way that it was before. And yes, Gertron, there'll be a zombies mode in case you're wondering.
There will be.
There's a zombies mode. Yes.
Well, I think I know what I'll be doing.
There you go. Yeah. I'll be playing the battle royale part. I probably won't be doing the zombie part. I'm not one of those people to do that. I'm not a zombie guy. It's weird.
Zombies are like the best things ever.
Not me. Anyway,
darn you.
And speaking of other entertainment news for you guys for your maybe next coming weeks, the theater. I forget where Sight and Sound is based, but Sight and Sound did their own rendition of the classic Bible story Moses, which I saw today, which would have been Saturday the 15th, if you're listening to us on Monday. And they basically filmed the stage performance, and I just really enjoyed it. Saw it with my family and stuff. So I wrote down a few things that I liked about it. Stage design, absolutely amazing. Sight and Sound creates some really. Their sets are big and they're movable, and they do all kinds of animatronic stuff. They do all kinds of some pyrotechnic stuff. They do some amazing stuff with video. Actually, I want to talk about something. So this is a bit of a spoiler. So if you don't want to hear it, stop listening now. Thank you for listening. No, joking. So there's a scene where Moses is walking out of Egypt, and they actually had him running in place on stage on a treadmill. And then they played a video behind him of him leaving Egypt. And the speed at which the video was playing was pretty accurate to how he was walking on stage. So they embedded a treadmill right into the stage for him to walk on while they played this ginormous Gertron. You know how we have these triple monitor things? This is quad 16, 24, whatever. They use major projectors.
Wow.
And it covers the entire your entire peripheral vision is all nothing but projector video. It's huge.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's really huge.
That's huge.
Can you imagine the system that has to power that? That's
a lot of power right there.
I mean, projectors generally just because you have to sync all that, and you have to that's quite a that would be.
Now, were these actual projectors or just actual screens?
I think they're projectors.
Screens.
I think they're projectors.
Projectors technically, depending on how powerful the projector is,
it can have a wide spread.
As long as you have a big
canvas
enough
for
blank area, the picture just keeps getting bigger and bigger the farther back you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just the light on it has to be powerful enough to reach wherever it's trying to get to.
I have no idea how they did it, honestly. I'm assuming it looked because the video looked slightly it had that faded look as if it came from a lamp from a projector. So I'm gonna say for right now, I think it was a projector video, but that's just me. So visuals, again, really amazing. It's amazing what can be done with videos I talked about. Fantastic acting, singing, a great take on an old classic. really. So I also noticed they seem to take some creative freedom from the original Moses film that was it had Yul Brynner in the original Moses film. I can't remember which version that would have been in. That was like 19 trying to remember, honestly. The original Moses film. You know what I'm talking about? The one they played every Easter on television.
I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
I don't know what year that one is. I can't remember.
Oh, it's an old one.
Yeah, but they took a lot of, which is good because like it made watching it like the familiarities in it were really great. So I could like really relate to it a lot. And honestly, personally, spiritually, I could definitely relate to a lot of things they were talking about in there. So I loved it. So if you guys want some entertainment for the again, either this week or the next couple of months, pick up Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Go see the Moses film by Sight and Sound. It's Fathom Theaters, or it's Fathom shows that is it's in like select theaters, probably like in your maybe your local AMC theater, give or take.
I'll wait for it to come online.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if Fathom does that though, because they do things differently than most, like, because like I don't know. It might, give or take, or it could just be really cool.
What was it actually called?
It was called Sight and Sound's Moses.
Huh.
You can Google search it.
Sight and Sound Moses
by Fathom
online.
Events.
Let's see. Can I watch it online?
Gosh.
Yes, I can.
Oh,
It's already made available.
all right.
Those.
All right. Well, there you go. So yeah, those are the entertainment news from the TMM desk and stuff like that. And I think that basically brings us to the end of the show. I need to unlock the device that plays the outro music again. But thank you guys so much for watching and attending our evening edition of the Morning Metro.
Yes.
We will be back Saturday, September 29th for hopefully actually a morning show this time, because I hopefully won't get to bed. I'm a night owl. I can't help it. I'm sorry. It happens. So there you go. But thank you guys so much for watching. Until then, we will we will catch you guys later.
Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Sleep well.
Also those of you that are watching here on Twitch, if you want to head over to twitch.tv/Grid21, I'll be streaming some Call of Duty Black Ops 4, so you can come watch some live gameplay of that and talk about it with me. But for those of you that are listening on the podcast, thanks for listening. See you guys later. Have an awesome Monday. See ya. Bye. Thank you for listening to the Morning Metro. All stories and articles belong to their respected companies. Songs used for broadcast. Intro music, Retro Funky by Persephone. Remix by Sundance. Outro music, 305 by Approach Nirvana. All music belongs to their respected copyright holders. For article submissions, questions, comments, or concerns, please email us at themorningmetro@gmail.com.